maybe early next year. But in the meantime, Donaire has other concerns. In front of him, the South African, who comes here to Las Vegas, first fight out of South Africa. As we see Mthalane, Moruti Mthalane, Nonito Donaire. Tailor the tape for you, Rich.
All right, if we take a look at the two and their stats coming into the fight, the natural physical advantages as you go down the list there all belong to Nonito Donaire. None dramatically, just slight physical advantages in every category. The rules are the unified rules, and remember, this is a world championship fight, so a fighter can't be subject by the bell in any round. No 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. And if there's an accidental foul that causes a stoppage of the fight, we'll go to the scorecards at the end of 4 rounds. Other than that, it's no go.
Well, we're really rolling here in Las Vegas. Exciting action. We saw
some brisk action in every fight.
Yeah, very early, a stoppage in a pro debut from Matt Korobov, the Russian Olympian who turned pro tonight impressively, getting the stoppage. The middleweight Lamont Peterson was pressed by a gutsy Leonardo Tyner, got his win to stay undefeated and stay on the rails for his title shot perhaps next year. And we just watched Jorge Arce survive a few shaky, not necessarily extremely dangerous moments against an absolutely game former champion Isidro Garcia to close it out inside 4. Waiting here, Mandalay Bay Event Center, and the South African, the big thing here, you know, his mental preparation, his first fight outside of South Africa. You know, Nick Durant, his trainer, told us yesterday, Rich and Gennaro, what do you know about so far being out of South Africa? He said the room is very nice. You know, they don't want any distractions. He's got to lock down mentally that he's out of he's a guy out of Africa and a world title at stake tonight.
And sometimes these fighters surprise over here in America. But no matter who it is, it always seems like Nick Durant is walking right behind him.
He really is, man. He's got some hard bark on him. Look at him in the toughest neighborhood in a tough city in Johannesburg, South Africa. His gym, he's produced many of the world champions. You know, he said that Mthalane sparred 400 rounds, Gennaro, for this fight. That's unheard of. It's incomprehensible. You like it.
Yeah.
That's you, because you're still at fighting weight. You're 41 years old.
No, I like that he's boxing so much, because the punching bag does not hit your back.
That's true. Well, maybe not you.
Where you going to get the best defense? When somebody's hitting your back, you got to learn how to defend yourself.
IBF #1, WBA #5 at 112 pounds, 7-year pro Moruti Mthalane, coming off a career best intense win over the rugged Hussein in the IBF Eliminator to earn this title shot tonight here on Final Impact against Nonito Donaire.
Here we go, let's go.
Now the Philippines are in the house.
Bring it back.
It's Nonito Donaire.
This is one of the loveliest kids in boxing right here. He is such a nice young man.
Whole family, his dad trained him. You know, and you wonder, I mean, the guy wins a world title. His dad, the only fighters he trains, Nonito and his brother Glenn. And you're right, Rich. Gosh, the dedication, and he's such a thinking fighter. He really, every fight I've ever watched him in, ringside, knows how to break down a guy, time, look at his pace. He's just an excellent, complete fighter. And as we know, he's got crushing one-punch power, doesn't he?
Well, he showed that to Vic Darchinyan, that is absolutely sure. That was a sensational win of the championship, and after which he was honored after 2007 as both the upset of the year and knockout of the
Ring
year.
Magazine KO and upset of 2007. His only title defense since the 8th round stoppage last December against Luis Maldonado. So that's the setup story here. Nonito Donaire in his second title defense takes on Moruti Mthalane. Let's meet them officially and go up to Lupi Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our next bout of the evening, set for 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Flyweight Championship of the World. Damas y caballeros, este combate, pactado a 12 asaltos por el Campeonato Mundial Peso Mosca de la FIB. Once again, being brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino Tecate. Cerveza con carácter and affliction. Supervising, supervisor, David McCullough. The judges are, los jueces son Adelaide Bird, Robert Hoyle y Michael Pernick. El referee, fair but firm, Joe Cortez. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presentando en la esquina azul, sube el cuadrilátero vestido de blanco con rojo y verde. He steps into the ring wearing white trimmed in red and green. Su peso oficial, 111 libras. His official weight, 111 pounds. Su récord profesional, 22 victorias, con solo una derrota y 15 de sus victorias a través de knockout. His professional record, 22 victories with 1 lone defeat and 15 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Durban, Republic of South Africa, Moruti Babyface Mthalane. His opponent in the red corner, su rival en la esquina roja. He steps into the ring wearing white trimmed in red. Sube el cuadrilátero vestido de blanco con color rojo. Detuvo la báscula, un peso oficial de 112 libras. He tipped the scales at an official 112 pounds. Su récord profesional, 19 victorias, con solo una derrota y 12 de sus victorias a través de knockout as a professional. He has 19 victories with 1 lone defeat and 12 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Defending his IBF Flyweight Championship of the World. From General Santos City, the Philippines, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
All right, gentlemen, we follow the rules in the dressing room. Trunks here are high. Punches here are still good. Open a good, clean fight. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch them up.
IBF Flyweight Championship on the line. And that's the man with the belt. That's the guy who wants it.
Nonito had hoped to be much more active after he won the title from Victor Chinian. He hasn't fought in quite a while. Now, he said his blood was boiling for this fight. Let's see if it's red hot.
Ooh, that's bad news for Mthalane. But he is such a great tactician. Besides the power, he could box or fight inside. He's just a quick, fluid fighter. But Mthalane is coming forward, little peekaboo style.
And that's something that he's going to have to do against Donaire. He has to go in there and force the fight. Even though Donaire has power, you got to do something that you're most likely going to put yourself in.
And he's the shorter guy, so he's got to get inside. Mthalane on the left, Nonito Donaire, the world champion. Again, he'll crack Mthalane coming in, force him to back off, restart. But he is a real thinker again. He's figuring out distance, Donaire, pace. He's going to feel and see the speed of his opponent's punches.
As you can see, he's quite big for this division.
He is.
And it seems like he'll be much more at home at 115 or 118 in the future.
Donaire just reading. Nice counter punch as Mthalane got clipped with a left hand. That was a beautiful, beautiful shot.
I think Mthalane looks a little tight to me here.
Very tight to me, Rich. Understandable.
Doing a little too much respect. You know, you actually got caught right there, and of course that's going to make you even give him more respect when he felt that punch.
Well, 12 long rounds, perhaps. So Mthalane trying to get rolling here, but he looks like he's taking his time. Whips a jab, tries a straight right hand, looking to open up the champion.
Well, you know, unlike Victor Chinian, who had no respect really for Nonito Donaire, and still doesn't actually.
Well, I don't think he knew what hit him, Rich.
I don't think he has respect
He
for
still
anybody.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't give no respect to nobody else.
But Mthalane and Nick Durant really expressed a lot of respect yesterday and today for Nonito.
They did,
Donaire.
Rich. Yeah, they called him a complete fighter as well. He's pumping that jab now. Just creating that space and catching Mthalane at times on the way in. Making the play here, getting off first. He hadn't been there to be hit. And a little step back. Very clever counterpunching from Donaire in a cautious first round.
Very good, skilled fighter. Only his left hand is the one that kind of makes it look kind of bad because he's leaving it down too much, and a person with a good, quick right hand could actually hurt him, I think.
He's looking to throw that short left hook from there, though.
Oh, boy. A conservative first round here as IBF Flyweight champion Nonito Donaire back in action. As we go to his corner, his father's his trainer. We'll be speaking to Tagalog.
Late kasi mong, Leo, nag-jump siya, open siya kayo. Lean ka na, Dre. Tayo, stop lang. You're late. Just keep outside, okay? That's it. That's what you're gonna do. Don't get hit.
If he's moving too much, then let me go. Take small steps, small steps. Maybe side to side. Maybe side to side.
Nick Durant previously brought Silence Mabuza here to fight Rafael Marquez for a world championship.
Yes.
I thought he had Mabuza really well prepared, and had he not met a Marquez really at the top of his game, might have emerged with a championship.
Excellent point, Rich. Well, he was a man of few words in the corner, essentially saying shorten up and go side to side a little bit, but don't be reaching with that jab. Boy, Donaire just looks like he's going to take that little half step back and run this guy into shots.
Good overhand right there by Mandalay.
Yeah, and that's what you would indicate in the last round, Gennaro, that he should be trying.
Yeah, and you know, they are giving him the right instructions. Moruti should be utilizing his upper body movement. Try not to reach in. Once in a while, throw a fake to see what Donaire's going to do. Maybe he might step back, or maybe he might drop that hand, or throw a shot, and you can counter off from that.
Yeah, Donaire certainly not under a lot of pressure. Now a little feint from babyface Mthalane. He misses with a right. It whistles past, and Donaire punches with him. They throw hooks together. But Rich, you know, touching what you said, Donaire looks so much stronger. Just a naturally bigger guy.
He gets around that ring real nice too, real athletic.
Oh, he's so fluid. Exactly.
You know, after his win over Darchinian, he was honored. He met the president of the Philippines. It was a very moving and you could tell emotional moment for him.
Oh.
And he was honored by the Philippines as Athlete of the Year.
Big stop, and that the South African got hit on the way in and on the way out.
Yeah.
He's walking in without punching, guys.
Donaire is doing very well in looking for those body shots.
And there it is again as you speak.
Good jab right there from
Mthalane's still coming on. And, you know, Donaire said, I'm going to lead with my face a little bit, and I'll just beat him to the punch, but I'm going to counter him with power shots.
Hey, guys, I want to just bring something to your attention as we watch Donaire here, and we've already seen Jorge Arce, and that is that Vic Darchinian tonight knocked out Christian Mijares in the 9th round in what was a mild upset, I guess, but to win all three, to win 3 world championships. So Darchinian now is back at the top of the list again.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. That is surprising news to me.
Yeah, Mijares just seemed to have everything, and Darchinian seemed maybe one-dimensional. He changed all of that, getting the stoppage tonight to lift all 3 titles.
And right here, Donaire is trying to maintain his title.
3 of the 4, I should say, right.
There's a lot going on at 112 and 115, guys,
boy.
right now.
We've always thought so, haven't we, Rich? That's where the action is.
I would like to see Mthalane throw a little more punches, be a little more quicker with his shots.
Good point. He gets wrapped in the kidneys. Now Donaire trying to open him up with right hands. Donaire, the champion, just whipping power shots in. Mthalane hanging with him a little.
Very nice. Sarah.
Nothing that right hand. Go to the balik. Go back to the center all the time. Okay? Then sometimes block his punches and counter it. This is open. As long as you're not in the road. Okay? Let him hit you in the center of the ring. Then counter it.
Speaking some English in the corner. Here's Nonito Donaire Sr. to his son, saying, take that step back, as we talked about in counter.
Nonito Donaire is living proof that not every Philippine fighter is trained by Freddie Rose.
And who I believe also has a very good technical way of fighting. You know, he has a very good style of fighting. I like the way he fights.
No question. I agree.
I mean, he makes that little jump he steps back, makes his opponent fall short. He counters very well.
He's looking to do it there.
And he's very aware of everything that's going to be coming to him.
He's looking to walk this guy, set him up for a right-hand counter. It looks like, there's that left. Partially blocked by the South African. Overhand right by Mthalane. Donaire whips a left. It's partially blocked, slams a left home.
Johnriel, Donaire keeps his legs really pretty far wide spread, and he a lot of times he puts a lot of his weight on his back foot. Is that the disadvantage for him?
No, it's not a disadvantage, because what's happening there is he's kind of balanced himself. That way, if Mandalay actually throws or tries to reach him with the right, he can actually pull back and have balance and come back with a good power shot. So he's like you said, he's like using it as a spring forward,
like recoil kind of.
Yes.
Mthalane is trying to be aggressive, but it just isn't effective aggression. He really hasn't hit the mark much this round.
And Nonito's just not letting him in the fight yet.
Right. There, looking to land the overhand right, set him up with the jab. But he's finding a home with the hook at times. And throwing everything at the South African, actually. But very measured. He's not wasting much. Stuffs the jab.
I think what's going on with Mthalane is that he's too stiff. I mean, he's not letting his hands go. He doesn't seem loose. And in order for you to beat Donaire, you're going to have to let those hands go. You're not going to beat him by being stiff and walking forward.
Yeah, he's got to make the champion uncomfortable. Slams an overhand right home there. Hook tried by Donaire. Now they're in the middle to see who turns who and who gets off first. Donaire out of danger. They punch together.
Good stiff jab right there by Mandalay.
Overhand right by the champion, and Mthalane is standing in front of him.
He can't get off at all.
No. There's that hook. Man, when it hit Darchinian, he went down like a tree.
Interestingly enough, Nick Durant, the trainer of Mthalane, said he thought that the punching power of Donaire might be overrated.
Yeah.
But that one shot that he hit Darchinian with might have just been that perfect one-time shot.
Interesting.
And that's all you need.
Yeah. We've completed 3 here. We go head to the 4th, and I want to tell you that coming up, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is unbeaten, but not without controversy. They showered the ring with whatever was available following his questionable win over Matt Benda, and that's why we are happy to say the two meet again 4 months later tonight.
In knocked. Stiffer jabs. Look for a straight right instead of overhand right. You get closer. Stiffer jabs. Look for the straight right.
Hit him! Jump in, bang!
We go to the fourth. Nick Charles, Gennaro Hernandez, Rich Murata ringside here in Las Vegas. Mandalay Bay, happy you can join us tonight from wherever you're watching. It's a world title fight now. Fourth round scheduled for the championship 12. Moruti Mthalane, the South African, coming forward. Rich?
In our CompuBox numbers for that last round, excuse me, Nick, I'm sorry. You know, you never believe it. That Donaire landed 16 punches and Mthalane landed 15, but it didn't seem
like that.
Like it was a one-punch.
And you know, the round before was like that as well. So, Gennaro, is the South African in the fight or not?
Oh, he's in the fight. I mean, he's not losing the rounds by a very large amount of punch and power. I mean, you know, yeah, we see that Donaire is actually taking control of it, but Mthalane is actually looking to fight. He's going in there, he's throwing some shots, he's landing some good shots as well, but I just think that his corner needs to challenge. Oh, good right hand by Mthalane right there. I just think that the corner should tell him, you know what, let your hands go a little more speed.
Maybe he's starting to relax a little in there, Mthalane. He's starting to feel a little better. Because look at, see, that combination indicates that he's loosening up a little bit. Not quite as tight.
You know, you're fighting for a world title. It's your first time out of your country. You know, it's, I guess it's playing a part of pressure of being in the big stage.
He's getting to Donaire a bit in this round.
He is. Donaire not as busy. Now he's trying to line him up with that overhand right hand and get on the jab once again and try to start boxing him.
Now right there, I think Mthalane should actually be counter-punching.
Yeah, I mean, he's standing in front of him.
Yeah, he's not going over, like right there. Look at what Donaire is doing. He counters overhand right with a left hook.
Donaire's been hit a little bit in this fight. It's his second flyweight title defense. Now, Mthalane getting warmed up offensively.
Donaire actually southpaw. Trying to confuse the African guy.
Yeah, he's just pawing with the jab and trying to set up that left hand this time.
Now right there, I would try to take advantage of this. The reason why, because Donaire is not a southpaw. So his power is the right hand.
Yeah.
Could Donaire, in addition, think that, geez, things aren't going that good in this round? Maybe I'll change up here a little bit?
Trying to confuse him. Yeah, he's trying to utilize some confusion.
But you don't think he feels frustrated if things aren't working for him? All right, closing out a fourth round and a pretty good one for the South African. Nonito Donaire, part of a fighting family. Not only his brother, but his wife. Watch her on the right. Ah, what a shooting.
Oh, wow.
Heel kick that was, spinning heel kick. And the opponent is not getting up. Here she is again. Can she counterpunch? Can she take the lead?
And look at, she gets right in her opponent's faces after she knocks him down.
Nonito's doing Donaire's wife. There she is.
Well, she doesn't look so tough there.
Killer. Rachel Killer Donaire.
The two just got married this year.
We wish him all the best.
This is the way, okay?
Oh, that spinning heel kick hurt.
It's taekwondo, I guess.
And no wonder Donaire's ability to reflect and get away from those shots.
Yeah, well, no wonder he's on his, he's airing out his aggression here, because I know who the stone cold boss of the family is.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. He must be trying to avoid those roundhouse kicks.
There you go.
But no, they're both real nice people. They're really respectful.
Terrific.
Donaire is actually in here doing his job, and actually Mthalane is actually imposing a little bit more in this fight.
Yeah.
Well, he loosened up in the last round, and in fact, our CompuBox numbers show that he doubled Donaire's punch output last round, 18-9.
So would you give? I would probably give him that round.
I gave him the last round. Yeah.
Now Mthalane trying to stand and make a little bit of a war, but now he's getting on a jab, really wild with the right hand. How technically sound is Mthalane to you?
Technically, He needs a little more work, but defensively, he's pretty good. His guard is up very well. He'll slip a shot here and there, but I would like to see a little bit more of that. I would like to also see him counterpunch more. Something he's not doing at all.
And the criticism you have of Donaire starts with that drop left hand, right?
Correct.
And let me just clarify that last round I said 18-9, not just the output, but he doubled the connects on him 18-9. I mean, the punches landed. Yeah.
Donaire squares up in front, and Mthalane, and a crowd getting a little upset. They just want more action. Maybe they want more out of Donaire, the champion.
But you know, they gotta understand that you got a fighter in front of you who's strong, who's taking some pretty good shots, and is not going to give his victory away.
Mthalane, by the way, became the #1 contender. He's the mandatory challenger. Donaire is fulfilling his mandatory tonight, and he got there, Mthalane, by defeating Hussein in a 12-round bout.
Right.
So he did beat a quality fighter to get here.
Absolutely. That's what got him here. Now he's looking to make the next move.
And you know, and he's not a stepping stone name for Donaire. He's the #1 contender who actually claimed, he claimed his spot.
Yes. Boy, Donaire, a little flat-footed, but perhaps thinking about plan B to box a little bit, and get on that jab, create some movement and angles, but he's content to stand in front of the South African, and Mthalane's been a little bit busier. There, Donaire sinks a right hand to the body, letting his hands go, but he's been very economical, the champion, not wasting anything. And his punch output, as Rich alluded to, is on the low side.
Nonito's kind of abandoned his jab. He's got to get back to work with that.
Yeah, I was thinking he'd start to box him. Not a great round for the champion here. Closing the 5th.
The fans are booing, but let me just use some bad grammar. This is getting interestinger and interestinger in terms of the closeness and competitiveness of the fight.
You get hit a lot of jabs, Johnny. Relax, relax, relax.
He's getting marked up, guys.
Releasing the arm. Releasing the arm. Relax. Deep breath. Here, Mthalane. 6 round.
Shoulder.
There you see it.
Good ball, good ball, good ball. Get in, throw your punches. Relax. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. Pepamula. Stay where you are.
Our judges for this, 2 from Nevada, the very experienced Adelaide Bird, Robert Hoyle, and in from Florida, Michael Pernick, an exceptionally experienced world-class judge as well, as we hit the 6th and approach the halfway mark in a very competitive title fight.
Yeah, and Donaire comes out fighting as a southpaw.
Yeah.
I don't know what they saw to try to convince him to start off, and I guess it's just to confuse him. Because he hasn't been able to do anything.
That right hand, that left hand landed. He is just trying to line him up for that left. The jab's doing nothing.
And the good right hand that Mthalane actually landed as well.
Yeah.
And I think he has a cut on that left eye.
And as Rich said, Donaire's roughed up a little bit too. Well on the temple.
He's bruising both above and below the eye. There's a mouse developing under his right eye, and he's scratched above it.
Yeah, Mthalane has a cut in. I'm thinking it's on the side of the nose somewhere.
Well, look at, again, interesting. Remember, the champion's just, again, he's trying to set up that power left hand. That's the one punch that knocked out Darchinian from the orthodox stance, of course. The point is, we know he has power. Now he's back orthodox in both hands. Yeah, now he switched again. Boy, Mthalane's been ineffective halfway through this round. He's done nothing.
Time. Get in that corner. Come here.
Looks like it.
In that corner.
Well, that's a stop because it's his eyelid, Joe.
Yeah.
Eyelid, look out. It's over.
That's it.
It's over. Well, you picked it up, Rich. We didn't know it was that bad. And you heard the doctor say you got to stop it. It's his eyelid. Well, you know, I know the fans don't like it, but they had no choice. The doctor had no choice.
And Mthalane had kind of worked his way back into the fight. It seemed to be loosening up. You know, too bad for him.
And I think it's from the inside. Sorry, Rich, but I think it's from the inside because I don't see a cut on the outer part.
Yeah. Well, nothing to be ashamed of. And I have to tell you, a disappointing title fight because inconclusive in a lot of ways.
Joe Cortez, the referee, has come over to us here, Nick, and he has said that it was caused by a punch.
Yeah, the inside eyelid, he said, Rich said, very dangerous, so no question, this had to be stopped. Yeah, but I thought an inconclusive title defense for Nonito Donaire. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't see him do anything terrible, and maybe this guy is a guy who can fight for 20 rounds, Mthalane. I have a feeling he is.
There's some emotion in the corner of Mthalane.
This was his big opportunity.
And, you know, he fought better after the first 3 rounds. He really just couldn't loosen up. And then you saw him just kind of relax a little bit and get into it. And he was doing much better in the 4th and the 5th round. But there he is still expressing some emotion now. He had expressed a very calm demeanor throughout the entire fight. Between rounds, Nonito Donaire, sportsman to the end.
I wish you the best. It's a silence for me. You demanded what tonight. Better than I did.
Nothing but praise for the vanquished challenger from the champion.
And let me make clear again, that was a cut caused by a punch, not a headbutt, so we do not go to the scorecards here. It's a technical knockout victory for Nonito Donaire.
Excuse me for kind of interrupting you, but I don't understand how he got cut inside the eyelid. It's kind of an odd punch.
Well, it's another perfect punch, right? Here we see. Maybe we pick it up there.
I believe this might be the punch that might have caused it. I think when he was walking in, he jabbed him there, jabbed very well right there.
He touched it right there, and that must have been it.
Yeah, already rubbing the eye.
Right there, that jab might have when he was walking in. It's kind of odd. I mean, you know, people don't see that because we don't even see the cut at the outside. It's obviously from the inside, so that's why the referee and the doctor claimed that it was a very dangerous cut.
Oh, had to be stopped, and Lupe Contreras has the official word now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after consulting with the ringside physician, referee Joe Cortez stops the bout due to a severe laceration over the left eye of the blue corner. Damas y caballeros, después de consultar con el médico de turno, el referee Joe Cortez para la contienda por causa de una lesión sobre el ojo izquierdo de la esquina azul. El tiempo oficial, 1 minuto 31 segundos del sexto asalto. The official time, 1 minute 31 seconds of round number 6. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, and still the IBF Flyweight Champion of the World, Nonito, the Filipino Flash Donaire.
Well, you know, the crowd's disappointed, and so is this man.
I'm not sure exactly what they're booing.
Yeah, well, they wanted to see it go on, but and I'm not saying Donaire did, but he would want a more convincing finish than that, guys. As we look at CompuBox numbers, hey, the challenger hung right with the champion, and it'd be interesting to see how many rounds he could have won.
I had it 3 rounds to 2.
I would like to see a rematch of this, and maybe Mthalane throwing a little more punches.
You know, as the mandatory challenger, he didn't do anything to lose this fight, really.
We take a look at those power punches. Nonito more than doubled the number of power punches that were landed there, and his power is greater than Mthalane's power.
No doubt.
But I think Mthalane made some friends here tonight, don't you?
Yeah, I agree. And it was inconclusive for everybody. Right, a guy travels halfway around the world for the first time and, you know, can't finish, 31 years old.
No, I like that he's boxing so much because the punching bag does not hit your back.
That's true. well, maybe not you.
Where are you going to get the best defense? When somebody's hitting you back, you got to learn how to defend yourself.
IBF #1, WBA #5 at 112 pounds, 7-year pro Moruti Mthalane coming off a career best intense win over the rugged Hussein in the IBF Eliminator to earn this title shot tonight here on Final Impact against Nonito Donaire.
Here we go, let's go.
Now the Philippines are in the house. It's Nonito Donaire.
This is one of the loveliest kids in boxing right here. He is such a nice young man.
Whole family, his dad trained him. You know, and you wonder, I mean, the guy wins a world title. His dad, the only fighters he trains, Nonito and his brother Glenn. And you're right, Rich. Gosh, the dedication, and he's such a thinking fighter. He really, every fight I've ever watched him in, ringside, knows how to break down a guy, time, look at his pace. He's just an excellent, complete fighter. And as we know, maybe early next year, but in the meantime, Donaire has other concerns. In front of him, the South African, who comes here to Las Vegas, first fight out of South Africa. As we see Mthalane, Moruti Mthalane, Nonito Donaire. Taylor the tape for you, Rich.
All right, if we take a look at the two and their stats coming into the fight, the natural physical advantages as you go down the list, they all belong to Nonito Donaire. None dramatically, just slight physical advantages in every category. The rules are the unified rules, and remember, this is a world championship fight, so a fighter can't be served by the bell in any round. No 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. And if there's an accidental foul that causes a stoppage of the fight, we'll go to the scorecards at the end of 4 rounds. Other than that, it's no go.
Well, we're really rolling here in Las Vegas. Exciting action. We saw
been brisk action in every fight.
Yeah, very early, a stoppage in a pro debut from Matt Korobov, the Russian Olympian who turned pro tonight impressively, getting the stoppage. The middleweight, Lamont Peterson, was pressed by a gutsy Leonardo Tyner. Got his win to stay undefeated and stay on the rails for his. He's got crushing one-punch power, doesn't he?
Well, he showed that to Victor Kinney, and that is absolutely sure. That was a sensational win of the championship, and after which he was honored after 2007 as both the upset of the year and knockout of the
Ring
year.
Magazine KO and upset of 2007. His only title defense since the 8th round stoppage last December against Luis Maldonado. So that's the setup story here. Nonito Donaire in his second title defense takes on Moruti Mthalane. Let's meet them officially and go up to Lupi Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our next bout of the evening, set for 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Flyweight Championship of the World. Damas y caballeros, este combate, pactado a 12 asaltos por el Campeonato Mundial Peso Mosca de la FIB. Once again, being brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino Tecate. Cerveza con carácter and affliction. Supervising, supervisor, David McCullough. The judges are, los jueces son, Adelaide Bird, Robert Hoyle, y Michael Pernick. El referee, fair but firm, Joe Cortez. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presentando en la esquina azul, sube el cuadrilátero vestido de blanco con rojo y verde. He steps into the ring wearing white trimmed in red and green. Su peso oficial, 111 libras. His official weight, 111 pounds. Su récord profesional, 22 victorias, con solo una derrota y 15 de sus victorias a través de knockout. His professional record, 22 victories with 1 lone defeat and 15 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Durban, Republic of South Africa, Moruti Babyface Mthalane. His opponent in the red corner, su rival en la esquina roja. He steps into the ring wearing white trimmed in red. Sube el cuadrilátero vestido de blanco con color rojo. Detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 112 libras. He tipped the scales at an official 112 pounds. Su récord profesional, 19 victorias, con solo una derrota y 12 de sus victorias a través de knockout as a professional. He has 19 victories.
Title shot perhaps next year. And we just watched Jorge Arce survive a few shaky, not necessarily extremely dangerous moments against an absolutely game former champion Isidro Garcia to close it out inside 4. Waiting here, Mandalay Bay Event Center, and the South African, the big thing here, you know, his mental preparation, his first fight outside of South Africa. You know, Nick Durant, his trainer, told us yesterday, Rich and Gennaro, what do you know about so far being out of South Africa? He said the room is very nice. You know, they don't want any distractions. He's got to lock down mentally that he's out of he's a guy out of Africa and a world title at stake tonight.
And sometimes these fighters surprise over here in America. But no matter who it is, it always seems like Nick Durant is walking right behind him.
He really is, man. He's got some hard bark on him. Look at him in the toughest neighborhood in a tough city in Johannesburg, South Africa. His gym, he's produced many of the world champions. You know, he said that Mthalane sparred 400 rounds, Gennaro, for this fight. That's unheard of. It's incomprehensible.
I like
you
that.
like it. That's
yeah.
you, because you're still at fighting weight. You're